So basically what I'll do then is I'll probably just go right into it. And yeah, I'll probably turn this into a video. So let's just get nice and neat. Like that, like that. Yes, so quick refresh. Let's just make sure we're fully up to date and we'll get talking. So I was asked about the Cold Hunter double barrel shotgun, and I kind of went on a bit of a speech yesterday about, of course, like what's so special about it, what's going to get people interested into it, what specific time as well. So let's just get right into it. Cold Hunter Collection's been around for a fairly long time. It's been out ever since 2018, and every year we seem to get maybe 2 or 3 skins. So a couple in 2018, a few in 2019. We didn't get one in 2020 actually. That's a bit odd. But regardless, they are fairly well liked and they are fairly well invested into. But when's the best time to buy them? Because you obviously must have heard my ramble talking about this. It's better to buy before a certain point and then sell in December. So with the AK is always usually a great example. Let's just go take a look. So this first came out back in like 2018. Right now it's currently selling to the equivalent of $14.53. Alright, that's fine. 66 in the market, $14.53. But how has it behaved previously in the past? Well, if we just look at the lifetime, and it's been a bit funny, hasn't it? It's been a bit funny. So let's start off with the first year that it appeared. So basically, when this first appeared was during the beginning of December in 2018. And then what was it like during December time as we hit December 2019? So here we are. Just before December, we're sitting here looking at this gun and it's selling for around $5.50 to $6. Then it shoots up the very second we start to get into the December. And then at this point right here, that is double the price. So January 6th, it's double the price from what it was around here. Almost triple. Almost triple, mind you. So what I'm saying is, it's usually around just after October into November. That's when the trend starts to pick up. Now let's go look at the year after that, and there's a significantly higher pickup. What's going on here? Well, this one's a bit of an anomaly because this was also during the offline TV era. But still, the offline TV stuff didn't really pick up until towards the very end of December. We can still see the trend of this going up. So around October time, this is sitting here selling for around $13 to $14. You know, it's all good. But then when it starts to hit December time, it starts to trend upward and it goes higher and higher and higher. And right here in January, we have pretty much almost doubled in price. We've actually quite literally doubled in price. It's selling there for around $25 to $27. Very, very nice. And then it went up even higher and higher. Why? Because offline TV, it really kicked off. Pretty much every single skin that existed in Rust at the time would have, at bare minimum, doubled in price, most likely tripled in price. So this very tippy top bit right there was actually triple the price of what it was here. Imagine if you could go back in time and buy everything. So that worked out very nicely. But what about last year? Because last year we were going through a bit of a market crash with the CSGO operation. So it's kind of stagnated here into October, into November, but then around towards the end of November, it starts to pick up. So right here, at this point, selling for around $20 to $22, starts trending upwards, higher, 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 and it peaks literally on New Year's, selling for around $35. Perfectly fine from here to here. It didn't go up double in price, but we still see that trend still happened. So if we learn from the behaviour, we'll know that most Cold Hunter skins will be going up in price. Now that's the AK. What about all the other pieces? So some of these are actually below their Rust store price right about now. Why don't we take a look at the Cold Hunter bar? How well did that do last year? Let's go take a look. So that actually got introduced last year around... it was the summer, wasn't it? This was introduced 10th of June, 2021. So, right now, this is currently selling for around $2.30. Okay, that's fine. But what happened when we hit November, December time? What was going on with that back then? It was pretty bad. Look at that. Look how low it got. So towards the end of October, this was selling for around $1.10, $1.20. Very low in price. But what happens towards the end of November? It goes up, 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 and it peaks at around almost $3 towards the very end of December. So we went from hardly $1 to almost $3. Do you see? Do you understand? Do you realise now? Cold Hunter is one of the most notable collections to rise up in price every December Christmas time. So it's just the way it is. Winter themed, Christmas themed, cold themed, they all get bought out. People want them because it fits the period. So this is something that you have to pick up on. Patterns like this are weird, but once you start remembering, oh, hang on a minute, if that went up in price last year around this time, maybe it will happen again. And there you go. It very likely will. But at this current moment, current moment, what's about to happen? A new CSGO major. What happened earlier this year when we had a CSGO major? All the Ruskins went pfft. So if you're considering, I'm convinced I should probably buy that Cold Hunter double barrel shotgun. Hold on a minute. Because now you've also realised, well, hang on a minute, maybe it's going to go down in price. Maybe during that CSGO Major, Rio, so the Rio CSGO Major, it begins on October 31st and goes on throughout all of November. Once that's going on, these are very likely going to suffer. But towards the end of November, then it's going to start picking up. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes below its restore price. Maybe it sits at around $1.50, $2 for a while. But then when it starts to get towards the end of November, starts entering December, then it starts picking up, and then it starts to rise up in price. That's what I reckon will happen. And from what I saw with the AK, with the bar, I mean, let's go take a look at the Cold Hunter Thompson. Almost 36,000 sales. Yeah, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? But, as we know, Thompson skins usually are very in demand because Thompson gets used a whole lot in-game. It's probably one of the most used weapons currently. Always has been. Very reliable, not too hard to get a hold of, not too hard to get the resources. If you lose it, it sucks, but it's not too bad. So, currently selling for around $4, 140 of them on the market. Let's scroll down and see its history. So, first of all, when did this come out? It came out, actually, it's only had one Christmas, because this came out towards the end of May in 2021. Okay, that's cool. But how did it behave last Christmas? Very similar to the bolt action rifle. So when it came out, it was sold for $4. Comfortably sat around $5 initially, went down, then went back up. So it kind of maintained that $4 pricing for a good few months. Then what happened? The new CSGO operation came out, caused a market crash. Then we also had the CSGO Major last year during this period of time. But as we look through here, as we got towards the end of November, it picks up. And so from here, end of October, it's around $3. And then we go towards the end of December, it's doubled in price. In fact, the peak in early January, yes, 100%, it went higher than double in price. So, does it make sense? Is it all clear? Do you understand now? It got really bad before, and then it got really good afterwards. This is the usual patterns that we see for some skins, but overall, with most skins, this is the usual pattern regardless, because we are going to have another CSGO Major. We are most likely potentially going to have another CSGO operation. It's debatable because people are like, well, hang on a minute, why would they do an operation when we're probably just about to have Source 2? Wouldn't they rather do an operation when they release Source 2? It's all debatable, but you get the idea. Most skins will suffer towards the end of October into November, but then let's also remember that there is people that will sell their skins to get some money for the winter sale, the Steam winter and Christmas sale, so that's going to happen. If you recall with the summer sale earlier this year, we saw lots of Rust skins go down in price again because people had cashed out to get money to buy cheap games. So keep that in mind. The CSGO Major in November, people cashing out for the winter sale, but doesn't matter. Christmas, cold and winter related skins will rise up in price due to the increase in demand during December, and then when post-Christmas hits, all skins go up in price. Do you still want to buy a double barrel shotgun, or because it's abnormal, do you want to just put down a very reasonable buy order, wait it out, and then see how things work out? Because I really do think that's going to go below its rust door price. Depending on, again, how many are going to sell? It's been 24 hours, and there's only 5,000 that have sold. Is this only going to end up at around maybe 12,000 sales overall? Maybe a bit more, maybe 14? I don't know. If you just quickly see all the most recent double barrel shotguns for a good example. One thing I think Bipolar Penguin should do, he's the creator of SCMM, he should probably have a note to say, this is how many sales it had after 24 hours. That's a good suggestion. I'll pass it on to him. So yeah, quite a lot of these, like this sold just under 14,000, this sold only 8,600, this sold 12,500. I don't expect many of these to sell. I reckon we're going to end up around 12,000, and it's going to probably suffer. I'll buy them in November, wait it out, sell them in December, nice profit. So, sounds good. I hope we're learning, I hope we understand these patterns, and one day you'll start picking up patterns all by yourself. I know it's very silly, but this is just how things are. This is the behaviour, and we learn from it. So, understand it, attack it, profit from it. Sounds good. Right, okay, so hello. Let's not forget, I do talk about Cold Hunter and its performance last year in my long-term investing video, Rust Economy 101. You really do need to watch all of this if you want to learn and pick up a whole bunch of things. But more specifically, in this video, if you get to around... yes, very lovely picture I did. If you skip to around the 56 minutes 30 seconds, as you can see, I'm sitting here, I'm talking about Cold Hunter, and I'm pointing out, wow, this is really insane. Look at all these prices. They're all increasing. What's going on? And that's where I really properly understand that, well, hang on a minute. Look at the trend. I need to keep an eye out for this in the future. I just did that whole talk to you because I've learned from it in the past. Sound good? So if you want to get that extra tidbit, Rust Economy 101, Christmas Momentum, Long-Term Investing Patterns, 56 minutes 30. And then just give that a nice 2-minute watch because it worked out quite nicely. And the Frosty stuff also went up in price last year. But Nine also asked a very good question. Would I want to invest into the Frosty collection? So this is a bit debatable, but let's just go straight into it. So Frosty AK, as you can see in that video as well, did go up in price. What's its current price right now? $1.06. Oh dear, oh dear. But there's 150 in the market. They're very cheap, but they're very gimmicky for December. Cold, winter themed. Think about it. And last year, if we look there, what was the AK selling for? At that point last year, that is selling for around $1.50. And this is during this specific day is December 15. So that only had 80 quantity in the market as well. If we also take a look here and see how thin it is, do you think this is going to reach $1.50 again during December? I'm going to sit here and say I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see this go all the way up to about $2. So 41's there. So would we see 100 quantity disappear overnight? Not overnight, but in the lead up to December and throughout December, you probably very likely will see quite a lot of this disappear. Maybe half the quantity again and probably double the price. So again, you've got to start making moves. But yeah, Frosty collection is nice, but the armour is in trouble. What's going on? What happened? So earlier this year, we got Frosty Tier 2. Very nice. I was looking forward to potentially seeing some more pieces being accepted because I could see them right here. Frosty clothing, Frosty Tier 3. I really wanted this to be accepted. I thought it looked really cool. These pieces came out in like January, February time. So it was still cold. It was still fitting. It was never accepted. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what happened. But will we see a version 2? There's no No ruling it out, but I do know people have been asking. I do know people have been asking. You could go over to the comments over here. It's like comments here. They want to set and whatnot. I accidentally clicked his name. So yeah, people did ask, but it just wasn't accepted. Look, please make a Frosty metal face mask. I made it, just not accepted. Sadness. But will Mr. Tripp make a version 2? I would like to see it. And honestly, there's already so much investment into all of these. I own about 300 Frosty kilts. Oh dear. Because I really did think we'd see at least one of these appear, and neither of these pairings appeared. So, depression. So I would avoid buying the tier 2. But if we do see any of these potentially getting a version 2 in the near future, then you'd probably want to start doing some anticipation buys, because then we might potentially see these finally get accepted. And then, of course, the reactionary nature of the Rust economy, and it all goes up in price. And with it being December, would these skins go up in price? I'm not sure. The weapons probably. But it's the armour pieces that really are a worry to me. I just don't know. I would like to see version 2s of the clothing and the tier 3. But will this still potentially go up in price because it's December? I'm going to sit here and say maybe. And I'm not going to be invested into that. I already own the stuff, so I'm not going to buy any more. I'll see what happens. I'll watch it out. But if you think, I need some icy armour, I need to look silly for Christmas period, that's fine. Go for it. But it's just not reliable, and as you can see, all of it's in the red. But the weapons should still be fine to buy into. So that's that. That is that. So, yeah. It's a fun week. Sorry I forgot to mention about the video that I have and whatnot, and I had a question about the Frosty collection, so, I added some more to it. Sorry if that seemed a bit odd, if it looked a bit weird, but there you go. An extra bit of wording, an extra bit of information to be aware of. Go forth, look for interesting things, like Christmas things, Christmas rock, for example, the Christmas pudding rock. There you go. Oh, Christmas gang, Christmas bag, snowman, you got Christmas holiday sleeping bag. You got winter themed skins like the North Rock, glow in the dark, very interesting rock design that we have here. I'm already invested into them, and this year I wouldn't be surprised if this hits around $6 to $8. Last year it hit $6. I reckon it could go even further. Very nice rock, very cool, very, very nice. So yes, go forth, do your thing. Best of luck, have fun trading.